little bit more regular about doing these videos, which is a good thing. But I actually wanted to bring up the topic of, for some reason, during mood shifts, especially with bipolar, I've noticed a lot of people began creating, or not creating, but craving some sense of change to reflect a shift in mood. And the reason this came to mind is because currently I'm undergoing a craving for that. As you can see, my hair is a really hot mess today. I just pinned it up. I didn't do anything with it. Normally I try to straighten it, but this isn't enough of a change for me. And normally I would go piercings or tattoos, but for health reasons that's out. And hair color, because I use henna, that is permanently out, because I only have one option. I can go black, but then I'll never be able to change it again. So the hair color's out. But I do have the option to chop all my hair off and start again, which is a good possibility right now. And the only reason I felt that it's kind of important to bring this up is because you will notice with a lot of people with mental illnesses, when we start to have a mood shift, we want something to change. We will change the way we dress, the way we appear, tattoos, haircuts, piercings, it's whatever. It's something to create a drastic change to reflect the change that we're feeling on the inside. So when you start hearing someone in your family or maybe one of your friends talking about needing a change, and you already know that they struggle with some type of mental illness, especially bipolar, I will say that is a big key for them, for us. We're probably getting ready to experience some type of shift. Now, I am still on medication, so my shift will not be completely drastic, but it's enough of a shift to want some type of change. So I want you to really think about when you start hearing the, oh, maybe I need to change my hair color so drastically that you're like, oh, whoa, are you sure? Or the, I know I was really bad when I was younger. I would get my hair long, kind of like it is now, and then I would chop every bit of it off. I mean, nothing would be left behind. And actually, in truth, probably from 8th grade until my 2nd year in college, I kept my hair almost non-existent. I'd changed the different types of cuts, but I didn't do anything else. And it was because I needed some type of symbol of the freedom I was looking for. And yes, I do use piercings and tattoos as a way to deal with these shifts, but they're not always an option for health reasons or whatever else. So sometimes it goes to hair, but because I use henna, I don't have the option of too many hair colors. I pretty much can go with black hair, which I love on me, but because it will be henna, it would be very difficult to return or change colors if it came up again. So the easiest thing is to do that shift with hair cut. And I know this seems like something that may appear innocuous or even kind of stupid to talk about, but I know that it's the #1 reaction I see with a lot of my friends who struggle with mental illness. None of us want to remain the same when we have that mood shift. We need something different. We want to change how we look. We already feel different, so we need to change that appearance or something about us to really reflect that change. And like I said, normally I take time to dry my hair. I was hoping maybe just getting lazy and letting it be curly might be enough to keep me from going absolutely bonkers about cutting everything off, but in truth, not really. It's nice to have that change, but it's not enough for me to be happy, because I know that this is something simple and that I can do without even trying. This is get up, wash your hair, go, and that's what my hair does. So for me, it's going to be a cut because I'm limited on other options. And I know, like, one person that's really close to me, we were talking about it, and she said, oh, I would definitely go for a tattoo. And yeah, that would be great right now, but not really an option. Running out of places I can pierce that I can keep hidden and remain semi-professional. And unfortunately, my hair is the one thing that I can maintain a semi-professional look without becoming overly apparent that this change is something to deal with mental illness. And somebody might go, well, how do you know it's something to do with mental illness? Sometimes we all need a change. Well, that's true. But I'm talking something drastic. And I'm also saying no, I don't know if a haircut will be enough. That's not, it might, but it may not. But it's a step to try. And your hair grows back, so what's the loss? At least then I'm not stuck with not being able to change my hair color at all, and I'm not stuck with just constantly trying to come up with new ideas of what I can do. I actually had someone on one of the social media sites go, well, why don't you try wigs? I actually do wigs. I do have several, and I've used them, but it's still not satisfying that craving. And it's something very difficult to explain, but it's something I think that, especially if you have friends and family who suffer from mental illness, that you realize sometimes that need for change, it's because something's shifting. They're changing, and they want to reflect that change in their outward appearances. And it's just it's kind of like when you start hearing someone speed up in how they speak with bipolar. If their thoughts are racing, you speak faster. And so when you start noticing these shifts, it's something that can give you kind of a heads up and be prepared that there's about to be something different going on. And that was why I thought it was so important to bring up something as simple as, hey, I'm needing a drastic change. I want to cut all my hair off, or I want to dye it, or I want piercings, tattoos, whatever it is. They are actually trying to express a shifted mood. And it kind of acts as a alarm for you, so you are prepared to begin watching for that shift. So I did think that this was something that was really important to consider and bring up, and I hope that it does help you get some understanding, maybe for someone in your life who struggles with mental illness, to understand why they're making that shift all of a sudden. And it may be they wake up one day and go do something immediately. On medication, or treatment, not medication, but I am on treatments that allow me to rationalize before I do something. But I've spent 4 or 5 days now thinking about it, and pretty much have come to the conclusion that this is the best choice for me. So I'm only able to do that because of the treatments I'm on. And I think it's really important that you consider this when talking to those in your life. Don't go looking at someone and go, well, don't do that, that's stupid, or why are you wanting to do that? Maybe it's something they need. So be more considerate when you hear that, I need a change, because it may truly be something that's going to give them some form of peace while they're fighting with whatever is going on in their mind. So just kind of a little bit of insight. I know it's random and no real purpose, but it is important. I hope you're having a great Monday, and hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thanks.